The closer Democrats and Republican senators sit, the more they disagree. It's like kindergarten for them. Over the years, various would-be reforms have been called to eliminate the traditional Republican and Democrats sitting on opposite sides of the aisle. If partisan adversaries were closely together physically, the thought is perhaps they'd work things out and find common ground. Well, that is not true. In fact, sitting Democrats and Republicans closer together might make the situation worse, according to a new study done by the University of California-Berkeley and the University of Toronto. Published in the American Sociology Review, what they found was the paper examined how U.S. Senate voting behavior was affected by the level of interaction between lawmakers. Specifically, how did those vote behavior change when senators of different parties sat closer together on the chamber floor or, during committees, this, that, and the third. And what they found was when these fools sit together, they become more polarized. Wild, right? They analyzed behavior from 1973 to 2009. And the finding was that senators from the same party tend to converge in their voting behavior when there's more interaction, right? Or when they interact more. If they sit closer together or join more of the same committees, the latter, they end up voting similarly. But under the same conditions, senators from different parties who interact more tend to vote differently. In other words, when Republicans and Democrats sit together, their votes go farther apart. And I get it, because remember, just a couple years ago, remember they had like this, we're going to be bipartisan at the State of the Union, and we're going to have our like bipartisan buddy, and we're going to walk in, we're going to hold hands and walk into the Senate and swing our arms and then sit down and be like, look, we're bipartisan. And the camera panned to all the bipartisan couples. And then they got back to the chamber, and then they began to beat each other over the head with a hacksaw. I just don't understand this. Like, my thing is this, America. You go to Congress not to sort of, hold an ideology. You go to Congress to represent your state. Now, I don't give a damn if your state is blue, purple, or orange, or red. You go to Congress to make sure you can bring back money to your state and you can help the people of your state do better. So there's no reason in my mind that somebody in the state of Mississippi, which has the highest percentage of people on food stamps and WIC programs, should be voting against food stamp and WIC programs. Per capita, highest percentage per capita. It doesn't make any sense.